He said, well, what's the problem with that? I said, well, the problem, sir, is that our hero is not, he's not a handsome man. And he's often short on cash. So whenever trouble breaks out, he has to run around the city and convince women to let him pat their vaginas. Please, miss, that building's on fire. Can I pat your vagina quickly? People are dying, but he can't tell them exactly why. Ugh, get away, you're gross. Please, miss, people are dying. Just a couple of pats. Ugh, gross, get away. So he rapes them. I know. That's the dilemma for the audience. Because he rapes, but he saves a lot of lives. And he saves way more than he rapes, and he only rapes to save. But he does rape. I didn't realize it, but the whole green room was looking at us. All the celebrities were disgusted. Oh. That guy from Texas was like, here's my card, call me on Monday. That worked out. The second time I met O.J. Simpson, was right after the trial of the century. There I was, now a young man of probably 23. O.J. Simpson was the most famous or infamous face on planet Earth. I was in a restaurant in Beverly Hills with my agents. I wasn't alone in the restaurant, but I was alone. I was the only black person in the restaurant. And in the 90s, that felt very uncomfortable. Now I tend to enjoy it at this age. I was having dinner with my agents, celebrating a deal that they told me was lucrative, but I later learned fucking sucked. And suddenly, a group of women walked by. Every race was in that group. Black, white, Asian, Latina, white, and white again. They were all gorgeous. I watched them walk by. Then, I saw a familiar face. Al Collins, the man from the infamous Bronco chase, walked by and embraced one of the women, and they walked towards the door. Couldn't believe what I saw. And then, close behind him, was O.J. Simpson, newly released from jail. The restaurant fell still. I was shocked. I didn't mean to say it out loud, but it just came out. O.J. He stopped, turned around to see who said it, saw my black face, and correctly assumed it was me. I was sitting in the corner of the booth. He leaned over all the white people I was having dinner with and shook my hand. How are you, young man? He looked in my eyes, and I could see in his eyes that he didn't remember meeting me the first time. And then he walked away. And I looked back at my agents, and all of them had nothing short of disgust on their faces. And the only one with the courage to voice their disgust was a woman named Sharon, who used to represent me. How could you, she said. How could you shake hands with that murderer? I said, Sharon, with all due respect, that murderer ran for over 11,000 yards. And he was acquitted, so, fuck it. Glove didn't fit. Glove didn't fit. Get over yourself. Some people can't do that. Some people just can't get over themselves. Gay people have a hard time doing that recently. Here we go. Here comes the deep water. No, recently I've noticed that. I noticed it with that Manny Pacquiao controversy. Yeah, no, it was now in the gay community's defense, Manny Pacquiao said some outlandish shit about gay people. Very, very not nice things that I won't repeat, but there was biblical verses and some analogies to animals. Wasn't a good look. Nike took his shoes immediately, which I thought was a little harsh. A little harsh. You know what I mean? Because he's, just because he's Asian. You know what I mean? Fuck, you gonna take shoes off Asian dude to appease a gay dude. You know what I mean? No? You don't know what I mean. But Asian people kind of know what I mean. No? No Asians in the front? No? No, this is what I mean. Okay, look, okay, you're an Asian dude. No, I say this with no disrespect, but we're all Americans, right? And we can agree that America has a huge body count all over the world, but nowhere more than Asia. Literally, if you look at history, recently, we have bombed the masculinity out of an entire continent. We dropped 2 atomic bombs on fucking Japan, and they've been drawing Hello Kitty and shit ever since. There's a lot of lady boys in the wake of our bombs. And I know these things because my wife is Asian. She's Filipino. All right, well, okay, so that explains it. Now you know why you see me at all those Filipino events. I'm not there picking up pussy, I'm dropping some off. I take my wife to all that shit. I took my wife to see Pacquiao fight Mayweather. We sat ringside, okay? That was a quiet car ride home. That's what that was. But if you know what's popping in the Philippines, you know that they got a whole generation of kids in the Philippines growing up without their mothers. Yes. A lot of women in the Philippines go to the Arabian Peninsula, they come to the United States, they make all their money here, they send all that money back home, which is still one of the #1 staples in the Philippines economy, money that their expats send back to the Philippines. The men, on the other hand, are left rearing children, twiddling their thumbs, waiting on their wives' checks. These men have been fucking emasculated. And then suddenly, a boxer rises from amongst them and reinstates their manhood with his motherfucking fist. This is not the guy you're supposed to ask, what do you think of homosexuals? He's not your champ. Shit. That's why I don't have a sneaker deal, because if you say something that people don't like, they'll take your fucking shoes off. If Martin Luther King had a sneaker deal, we'd still be on the back of the bus. They always true, the Nike exec come up, hi, Martin, we need you to tone down the talk of civil rights and blacks being humans. It's upsetting our southern distributors. But I don't understand. I thought that's why I had a sneaker deal in the first place. Not quite. Really, it's a walking shoe, and we like the marching, but try to understand. Fuck that shit. You know, I get it, though. I understand why gay people are mad, and I empathize. You know what? And I'm just telling you, this is a black dude. I support your movement, but if you want to take some advice from a Negro, pace yourself. These things take a while. Just because they passed the law doesn't mean they're gonna like it. Brown versus the Board of Education was in 1955. Somebody called me a nigga in traffic last Wednesday. It's so long, it takes a minute. My wife's friend, Stuart, told me that. My wife has a lot of gay friends. Stuart's their leader. She has a lot of gay friends. And I don't like them. Not because they're gay, I'm just judging them on the merits of their character. They're just not nice dudes. They're fucking rude house guests. They're sitting on my couch, giggling with my wife, eating my motherfucking macaroons. And I come in, they act like the party's over. Hey, Stuart, what's going on? This guy talks to me the way a cat would speak if a cat could talk. Hi, David. Stuart, what's all the beef, man? What's going on? He always wants to have some kind of gay political argument. The last one was about a petition in federal court to take the words husband and wife out of the law. I said, well, why would you want those words out the law? He said, because it discriminates against same-sex couples. I was like, niggas, please save me the semantics. Just trust me, take your chips and get the fuck out of the casino. You're about to crap out. Go outside, talk that over amongst yourselves, and whichever one of you is gayer, that's the wife. No, Stuart didn't like that. Stuart educates me about this movement, you know what I mean? I didn't even know shit about it. He told me it's called LBGTQ. I was like, what the fuck is the Q? Does that even make sense, Q? Turns out Q is like the vowels. That shit is sometimes Y. It's for gay dudes that don't really know they're gay. You know what I mean? Like prison fags who are like, well, I'm not gay, nigga. I'm just sucking these dicks to pass the time. I'm not G, I'm Q. Ugh. The media got on him about putting Jared Kushner in his cabinet, and I didn't think that that was the worst thing he'd done. I mean, it was still early, and I mean, it's not unprecedented. Kennedy had his brother as the attorney general, right? And this motherfucker's a Washington outsider. To be honest with you, I'd probably do the same thing. As a matter of fact, I do. You think I go to a Hollywood meeting with all them white folks by myself? I bring my nigga Mac Mittens from the streets. I don't even know his real name. Everybody just calls him Mac Mittens. But I know he's not qualified to even listen to these meetings, but this motherfucker just makes me feel good. And all the white people look at me like, Dave, do you mind asking your friend Mac Mittens to excuse us so that we can talk business? And I say, fuck that. Anything you say to me, Mac Mittens can hear that shit. And he listened to the whole meeting. And when they done talking, I just look over at Mac Mittens, and if he gives me the signal, meow, meow, I'll sign the papers. It's a gut check. Or how about this one? Remember when it was the day after the election, and the president of Taiwan called Donald Trump to congratulate him, and Donald Trump, you know, of course, took the call and talked to the president of Taiwan. Problem with that was, Taiwan doesn't have a president. The United States functions on what they call a one China policy, and Taiwan is a renegade province of said China. And Donald Trump didn't know that and picked up the phone and started yammering away, and the media ate his ass up. And I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing like shit. I was like, oh shit, this dumb motherfucker is in trouble. And then that night, I was in bed drifting off to sleep, and then I had to admit it to myself. I was like, I didn't know that shit either. And then I realized the media got the story wrong. The story wasn't that Donald Trump took the call. The biggest story is that nobody told Donald Trump not to take the call. That's terrifying. God damn, nigga, you don't have a Mac Mittens on your team? It wasn't like they were calling the White House, they were calling the switchboard at Trump Towers, and they were getting through. Anybody. Mr. President, there's a Ricky Ticky Tabby on the phone for you? Yes, put him through. Hello, Ricky Ticky. Good to talk to you. Mr. President, there's a John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith on the phone. Oh, his name is my name too. Put him through. Hello, John Jacob. Let's talk business. How many people in this room are not originally from the United States? My round of applause. Where are you from, bro? You right there. Iraq. You're from Iraq? Ew. I was fucking around. How long have you been here in the country?
23 years.
23 years? Are you a citizen yet? You are? Congratulations, nigga, congratulations. Well, welcome to this great land. You know, I'm gonna give you a history lesson, because I'm sure this wasn't on your entry exam.
but every naturalized American has heard something about what I'm about to tell you. A picture is the early 50s in the United States. This 14-year-old boy goes down from Chicago to Mississippi to meet his extended family for the first time. He'd never been to Mississippi. And before he went, his mother said to him, very pointedly, she said, if a white man looks you in your eyes in Mississippi, look away. And I don't know what you know about black people from Chicago, but they're not a scared people. Legend has it, he was in front of a convenience store, hanging out with his cousins, having a good time, and a white woman walked out of the store, and he thought she was pretty, and he said, bye, baby, not realizing that he had just made a fatal mistake. 4 days later, a group of adult white men burst into this family's home and snatched a 14-year-old boy out of bed in front of his family that was powerless to stop them, and he was never seen alive again. His name was Emmett Till. They found his body maybe a few days later. It was in a creek, tied to a wheel so it would sink, horribly beaten and bloated. Hideous. And lucky for everybody in America, his mother was a fucking gangster. She was. If you can imagine, in the very midst of a mother's worst nightmare, this woman had the foresight to think about everybody. She said, leave my son's casket open. She said, the world needs to see what they did to my baby. And every publication here in the United States, from Jet magazine all the way to the New York Times, had this boy's horribly bloated body on its cover. And if our civil rights movement was a car, this boy's dead body was premium gas. This was a very definitive moment in American history where every thinking and feeling person was like, ugh, we gotta do better than this. And they fought beautifully, and here we all are. And the reason that I bring that up tonight and why it's relevant now is because less than a year ago, the woman that he allegedly whistled at admitted on her deathbed that she lied in her court testimony. And you can imagine when we read that shit, we was like, ooh, you lying ass bitch. I was furious. But that was my initial reaction. And initial reactions that we all learned as we get older are often wrong or more often incomplete. They call this phenomenon standing too close to an elephant. The analogy being that if you stand too close to an elephant, you can't see the elephant. All you see is its penis-like skin. You gotta step back and give it a better look. And on stepping back and thinking about it for a few moments, I realized that it must have been very difficult for this woman to tell a truth that heinous about herself at any point in her life, even the very end. And I was grateful that she had the courage to tell it before she left this world, because it's an important truth and we needed to know. And I said to myself, well, thank you for telling the truth, you lying ass bitch. And then time goes on, and then after time, you can kind of see the whole elephant. And it's humbling, because you realize that this woman lied, and that lie caused a murder. But that murder set in motion a sequence of events that made my wonderful life possible, that made this very night possible. How could this be that this lie could make the world a better place? It's maddening. And that's how I feel about this president. I feel like this motherfucker might be the lie that saves us all. Because I have never felt more American than when we all hate on this motherfucker together. Jesus Christ, it's good. And when it happens, I can see everybody that's struggling. So if I'm on stage and I tell a joke that makes you want to beat up a transgender, then you're probably a piece of shit and don't come see me anymore. Or if you don't understand that when a football player takes a knee during the national anthem, he's actually standing up for me, then you might not want to fuck with me anymore. But I swear, no matter how bad it gets, you're my countrymen, and I know for a fact that I'm determined to work shit out with y'all. And if that woman that said that heinous lie was alive today, I would thank her for lying. And then I would kick her in the pussy. Thank you very much, Washington, D.C. God bless you, and good night.
If you worry, don't pray. My homie told it to me just the other day. From the tall castle walls to the mean deep streets, I hope you get what you want and that you want what you need. Amen.
Thank you. Everyone have a seat, be comfortable, relax. I gotta tell you, let's go, let's go. Thank you. I need you guys to know something. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, and don't get freaked out. This is gonna be my last special for a minute. It's all good. It's all good. Listen to me. I did it in Detroit for that reason. That's right. You wanna know why? Because I talked so much shit about Detroit in the first special, I figured I might as well do the last special here. Sorry about that, by the way. First of all, before I even start, I want to say that I'm rich and famous. And the only reason I say that is because the last 17 months were hell, and I cannot imagine what everybody went through, but I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy you're well, and I hope everyone you love is okay. I don't want you to worry about me. I'm vaccinated. I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I gotta admit, that's probably the most niggerish decision I've made in a long time. I walk in the doctor like, give me the third best option. I'll have what the homeless people are having. So far, so good. And I know you probably heard on the news, I did get coronavirus. And it was something else. Like, okay, first of all, when the doctor told me I had coronavirus, I gotta tell you, I was surprised how it made me feel. I felt dirty. I felt gross. Because I'd been walking around Texas, just touching doorknobs and shit, hands all moist, tipping niggas with cash. Here, take this to your family. I must have killed thousands of people just trying to get tonight's show together. So I hope you appreciate it, because a lot of niggas died for me to get this one off. I hadn't felt that dirty in a long time. Last time I can remember feeling dirty like that, man, I must have been a little boy. I was being molested by a preacher. Well, don't feel bad for me. I liked it. I used to get a kick out of coming in that fella's face. Well, he asked me to do it. They make you quarantine. I had to quarantine for 10 days at least. They said, you're gonna have to stay in the room. I didn't go nowhere. And it started making me nuts, because I would just sit in the room and watch videos all day. Now, you know what I was watching? And I hate to say this, but there was a lot of videos
sadly, of black people beating up Asians for no reason. Oh, these attacks were unprovoked. I couldn't believe it. And I was sitting in the room watching this shit. It was stressing me out. I was stressed already because the whole time when you get coronavirus, at least the first 5 days, you wait, see how sick you're gonna get. And it turns out, and this is true, I didn't get sick at all. Not a cough, not a booger, not a fever, nothing. Look at me. I am the Magic Johnson of coronavirus. I just sat in the crib and got strong all week. But I was stressed because I kept watching these videos of my beloved black people beating up my beloved Asian people and being so cruel. And the whole time I watched those videos, this is fucked up, but I couldn't help but feel like when I saw these brothers beating these Asians up, it's probably what's happening inside of my body. I didn't get sick. I also saw a lot of videos of UFOs. I mean, what the fuck has been going on with that shit? These niggas are here. These UFOs keep coming to Earth, and it made me think of an idea for a movie. It sounds dumb, but hear me out. In my movie idea, we find out that these aliens are originally from Earth. That they're from an ancient civilization that achieved interstellar travel and left the Earth thousands of years ago. Some other planet they go to, and things go terrible for them in the other planet. So they come back to Earth and decide that they want to claim the Earth for their very own. It's a pretty good plot line, huh? I call it Space Jews. Space Jews. All right. It's gonna get worse than that. Hang in there. It's gonna get way worse than that. Then I thought of an idea for a children's book. I actually wrote it. It's coming out soon. The book is designed to help parents teach their children about racism, which, if you're a parent, you know is an impossible concept to teach to a child. But I'm doing it. The book is about a big, strong, beautiful black man with a benign, regular-ass white name. And he has a white speaking voice. So whenever this motherfucker calls to get a reservation at a restaurant, oh, he gets the reservation. That name and that voice, who could resist him? Now, I should tell you, this black man is literally an actual giant, and he's a strong dude. And when he shows up to them restaurants, they see that big, giant black dude, they say, you can't come in here, and they call the police. And in every installment of the book, the police come and they always shoot him. But remember, remember, this guy is a giant. These bullets don't kill him. They don't even hurt him. They just break his heart. It's called Clifford the Big Black Nigger. Anyone? I want everybody to wear a crocheted pussy hat so they know we're serious. What the fuck was y'all doing? And then I said something about it in one of my specials, and all these women actresses came after me. I said, man, fuck y'all too, you canceled. I ain't jerking off to none of your pictures again. They were like, who is he to tell us anything? I'll tell you exactly who I am. I'm the one that got off the bus and left $50 million on the bus and walked. I agreed with these women. I just didn't agree with what they were doing about it. Right. No, it was annoying as fuck. Because if these women were serious, you know what they would have done? they all would have fired their agents. And they would have went to the mailroom of one of these big agencies and found a woman that was busting her hump in there and said, if you want to talk to us, then you have to talk to her. And if they did that, then she would be big and they would be big and nobody would get fed to Harvey Weinstein. But did they do that? No. Was that their idea? No. Surprisingly, it was mine. And what I think the feminist movement needs to be very successful is a male leader. I'll do it. I will. I will lead you women to the promised land. I will make sure you get equal pay for equal work. I will make sure that nobody harasses you or fucks with you on the job. I will protect all of your interests. And all that I ask for in return is that you suck my dick. And now we're right back to square one, aren't we?
I got up, nigga, try to fix my goddamn gown. He gonna take the glove off all seductively, one finger at a time. Gonna look me in the face, give me a box of tissues, talking about wipe yourself off. Pull your drawers up. Follow me in the other room. I said, this nigga just assaulted me. I've been raped. I went and bought me a Me Too t-shirt. I went all to the meeting. I like, me too, bitch, it's me too. Y'all gonna hear what happened to me in that doctor's office. I got a story to tell. I left that doctor's office, ass just slippery. Slid all the way to the elevator. Couldn't even look another man in the face. I like, he broke me in there, he broke me in there. See the gay dude, I like, you a soldier. You could take a dick, I couldn't take a pinky. You tough, Twan, you tough. If you taking a dick every night, these ain't jokes. And black people, we done voted Trump out, but we ain't killed this motherfucker. He's still alive politically. White people believe in him right below Jesus. Oh, they believe in his ass. They just lying to good white folks. Stop the steal. They just stole the vote. Fraud. Irregularity with voting. See, black people, I don't never want y'all ever to say your votes don't count. The reason why they got all these problems, changing all the Republicans, changing all the goddamn rules for voting is because we showed the fuck up. I mean, I tell my white friends all the time, if you're gonna lie on black people, at least get a lie that's believable, nigga. You want the whole world to believe that niggas went down there and voted 2 times? We commit a lot of crimes, but we don't fuck with that paperwork. But you can't say no, you can't tell a Trump supporter nothing about Trump. Oh, yeah, not my Trump. They love motherfucking Trump. People ask me all the time, Quake, what kind of woman you looking for in your life? I said, nigga, I'm looking for a woman like a Trump supporter. No matter what she hear about me, that bitch don't believe shit. I heard he got another woman. That's fake news, baby. That's fake news. Don't listen to them hoes. They're the enemy of the state. These ain't jokes. I knew Trump was the pimp of all pimps, nigga, when he came here and sent the motherfuckers up here January the 6th. He told the motherfuckers, meet me here January the 6th. They came up there like he was Moses. Just stepping. I never seen so many RVs, pickup trucks, white women with no teeth. They was everywhere. And then he came out and talked, did the speech. Their old motherfucking fearless leader. Right now, they're in there trying to certify the steal. You're not doing anything. They're stealing your vote. If you allow what happened in there, you're not gonna have a country. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna walk down to the Capitol and stop them. I'm gonna go with you, and I'm gonna meet you there. Trump went home. That nigga was at the crib, just chilling. White people was going crazy, nigga. They was knocking shit over, whooping police asses, climbing all on the wall and shit. I was watching that shit on TV. All I was wishing is, ooh, I wish I was a Capitol Police working that day. If I was there, I would have been like, pat, 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 pat. What you doing? Saving democracy. Pat, 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 pat. These motherfuckers everywhere. Pat, 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 pat. You ain't gonna use your gun. Give it to me. Pat, 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 pat. Oh, there that motherfucker with that Confederate flag. Pat, 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 pat. Click, click, click. Pat, 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 pat. Oh, I would have tore their ass up. I'd have called my boy. I told you, be a security guard. Pat, 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 pat. I'm shooting Trump supporters on the clock. Pat, 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 pat. Don't punch me out. I'm gonna do overtime today. Pat, 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 pat. What's your name, boy? Christopher Addicts. Pat, 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 pat. Believe me, if I was working, they would have got off them steps. Stop the steal. Pat, pat, pat. This nigga serious. Back up, Billy Bob. Trump ain't got no cut. He ain't give a fuck. I knew he ain't had no cut when he told John McCain, you ain't no war hero. And they say, why? Because he got captured. I like soldiers that don't get caught. John McCain hated that motherfucker till the day he died. They say you don't supposed to take a grudge to your grave. John McCain like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna tell you something, if you down for Trump, against Trump, or even if you are Trump, you gotta look yourself in the mirror. You know you're a fucked up individual when a nigga don't want you at his funeral. They said John McCain's last words were like, tell that nigga not to come. They say, what about the repass? If he come in the church, I'm gonna walk out the casket. Like, damn, he blocked that nigga like Facebook. You can say what you want to say about John McCain, but that motherfucker was a war hero. I'm telling you. That motherfucker was a prisoner of war, dog. He got shot behind enemy lines fucking with them Viet Cong niggas. They fucked John up. If you want to know what John McCain went through, all you got to do is watch the first Rambo. They pulled his nails out, put bamboo in his ass. When you see John McCain, that nigga was walking like this. He couldn't even salute. How you doing? Mm-hmm. Hey, fuck John up. But what made him a man's man? Do you know John McCain was being tortured for 5 years straight? He could have got out early because his father was an admiral. And they was going to do a prisoner swap, let him come home early because who his father was. They came down to the torture chamber and came to John McCain and said, look, we got some good news for you. You're going to be able to go home and be with your family. They released him and said, come on, John, you're going home. John McCain like, I'm not leaving. I said, what you mean? I'm not leaving unless you release all the other soldiers that's in here with me. They said, hell no, went back to whooping his ass. I was in the military. They showed us the tape. They said, this is the kind of prisoner of war you should be if you ever captured. I said, well, you might as well let me out. Because I'll never do that shit John did. Because if they come release me, I'm going to look at the rest of the soldiers like, I'll see you later. God has heard my prayer. Give me a letter, I give it to your family. But my black ass is getting on this helicopter. Somebody got to tell what these Pacquiaos done to us. And God has chose me. Won't he do it? Hey, this ain't no joke right here. I don't play with my air. Your life is the most precious thing you got. Because life is short, man. We losing some good-ass people. Shit, we lost Cicely Tyson. 96 years old. Black people talking about too soon. Who knew? I said, I knew. When she got 88, I said, ooh, you better get your paperwork in order. Who knew? I knew. When she got 89, I said, the Lord looking for you. Who knew? I knew. When she got 92, I said, soon and very soon, you are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, you are going to see the King. When she got 94, I said, don't go to church. God gonna say, when he see you there, he gonna say, since you're here, stay right here. I see some of y'all wanna laugh, fuck y'all. You wanna laugh and celebrate when they make it to 96. That's when it's time to laugh and tell jokes. It ain't funny when you die at 26. And that's our fucking problem. I pay my respects all the time. The one that broke my heart was more than anything when we lost Aretha Franklin, the queen of soul. Try to pay my respect and watch the funeral, but that funeral was so long. I kept hollering at the TV, let her go. She's supposed to be with the Lord. That funeral was so long, they turned off my cable. They said, this funeral done went through 2 billing cycles. They called me, why ain't you paying your cable bill? I said, I'm still at the funeral. Let her go. I never seen a pastor preach the whole Bible. This nigga didn't miss the scripture. I knew we were gonna be here a long time because the nigga gonna come out talking about in the beginning. I said the beginning. What do Adam and Eve got to do with a funeral? Let her go. She supposed to be with the Lord. CNN was there, they was unplugging their shit. Come on, let's get the fuck out of here. We've been here for 3 weeks. Don Lemon supposed to be on TV right now. I kept hollering at the TV, let her go. I knew it was long when Aretha got up to change dresses. I'm gonna wear something different in the second half of the funeral. I said the second half? Who has the halftime at a funeral? Let her go. She's supposed to be with the Lord. That funeral was so long, nigga, they held her in Detroit so long. By the time she finally did make it to the pearly gates to get into heaven, an angel came to the door and said, God gone. You supposed to be here 3 weeks ago. He touched you on the 3rd, it's the 21st. I know you the queen, but he the king. You just can't have the Lord just waiting for you, Aretha. This is no kind of respect. You gonna have to go to hell. That would be fucked up though if you made it to heaven, but you fucked around, got to the gate late. You know, you look on the board like, ooh, my name up there. Oh shit, I made it. You see some of your boy like, damn, you ain't get in. Damn, man, I heard it's gonna be hot where you going. Told you go to Bible study. You taking your time, nigga, I got in. And you get to the gate and you see him locking. You're like, hold up, nigga, I'm here. I ain't moving my foot. I'm supposed to be in there. You just can't lock a nigga out of here. What kind of bullshit is this? They ain't say what time you had to be at the gate. This some bullshit. You be peeping in there. Ooh, it look nice in there. Ooh, heaven, everything they say in the Bible. Nigga, I'm getting in. You be like, come on, man, this is bullshit. I'm on Jesus' list. You're like, ooh, it real nice in there. Did my mama make it? Did she make it into heaven? She did. Can you tell I'm out here? And tell her that angel right there won't let me in. This is some bullshit. You know, if your mother came and seen you was late getting to the gate, she'll cuss your ass off. Fuck wrong with you? Got me using this kind of late. You late, get your ass over there. Late getting there, I'm sorry, man. I was so tired. That was that angel, he hating it and everything. Get your ass over there while I go find Jesus. See, can I get you in? Stand over there with the rest of them heathens. I'm so tired. You go back over there and stand on the side with everybody else that couldn't get in. Nah, I think I'm getting in. My mom been knowing Jesus her whole life. I know she got a +1. Your mama ain't get in. She didn't. Not all. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm about to get in there. I'm gonna get in. When I get in there, you want me to tell somebody you out here? You don't know nobody that made it. All the people you know, you don't know nobody you think made it. Nobody. That's fucked up. Well, here comes Jesus with my mama. I'll see you later, Joel Osteen.
Good people of Atlanta, we must never forget that Anthony Bourdain killed himself. Anthony Bourdain had the greatest job that show business ever produced. This nigga flew around the world and ate delicious meals with outstanding people. That man, with that job, hung himself in a luxury suite in France. They say 2000 party over, oops, out of time. So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. I knew a nigga in high school that was an urban genius. This motherfucker's grades was so good, he got all the way from the hood to an Ivy League school with a full scholarship. From there, the motherfucker got himself into one of the best law schools in the country. And when he was in law school, he met a woman and they fell in love. And they were gonna get married. I remember him telling me about it. He was home for Christmas. And I told him, I said, my man, save that bitch for later in your life. But he's in love. He didn't listen to me. He married her.
It all the time. They just let it go. We had everything we needed, but we let it go. I need more in me, all that I have failed, and all that has comes back to me. The more we talk, the talk is not a tongue. The more we talk, the talk is not a tongue. The more we talk, the talk is not a tongue. The more we talk, the talk is not a tongue. Come close to me, makes me feel so weak. I want it now. What am I gonna do? I want it now. What am I gonna do? I want it now. What am I gonna do? You try to make
So in that spirit tonight, I thought I'd start my show different.
me take a stand. I really worked hard. The more we talk, the talk is not a tongue. The more we talk, the talk is not a tongue. The more we talk, the talk is not a tongue. The more we talk, the talk is not a tongue. The thing I wanted to weeks to grow. The thing I want was killed by the one I love.
Okay, here it goes. Hey, if you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm gonna try to take everything away from you. And I don't care when I find out. Could be today, tomorrow, 15, 20 years from now. If I find out, you're fucking finished. Who's that? That's you. That's what the audience sounds like to me.
That's why I don't be coming out doing comedy all the time, because y'all niggas is the worst motherfuckers I've ever tried to entertain in my fucking life. Oh. I'm goddamn sick of it. This is the worst time ever to be a celebrity. You're gonna be finished. Everyone's doomed.